There he goes again.
Yeah, baby!
My little buddy here is exceedingly excited because he just switched to Central Pacific Bank.
It's epic!
Without CPB, I wouldn't have a leg to stand on.
All the places we can go.
If everybody's taking the time to know what is actually grown in Hawaii, and then we use it all.
Yep.
Because what percent we actually grow and use, and what percent is brought in. If we could use all of the percent that's grown here,
That's
then
true.
at least the farmers and everybody else is sustainable.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. Hey guys, it's Andrew from Uncut Hawaii, the podcast where we talk with entrepreneurs, creatives, and change makers.
And I'm Kolby, and we're super excited to have Chef Jason Pio with us today. Chef is the executive chef and owner of Nami, Kaze, the modern Izakaya and sushi bar. Has had an extensive career in the culinary world, including teaching at KCC, working alongside Chef Roy Yamaguchi, opening Roy's Waikiki, executive chef for Hawaii Food and Wine Festival, and recently announced as a semifinalist for the prestigious 2024 James Beard Award Finals.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining us.
Here.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's so awesome.
We were just talking right before this, and then you're like, you don't have to call me chef. But then I was like, wait, but I thought like once you get past a certain point in your career, you get that title. Like, how do you become like Chef Jason Pio?
I mean, like really, like honestly, like you watch TV a lot. I'm sure cooking shows. Everybody's a chef now. It's kind of.
I thought I was a home chef until you said
Yes, you are. And that's right. But you know, for me, it's all about just the individual and what you grew up with and your culture, and then sharing that. And if you're sharing that, to me, you're a chef, because that's passing on knowledge and education. So that's super important, and carrying on those traditions. So to me, if you're willing to take that and share that with other people. Because sometimes it's hard, right, to share things because you're afraid you might get shut down, or somebody might go, oh, what the fuck is that? You know, it's like, so like, if you're willing to do that and share your passion, I think that makes you a chef. But for me personally, I'd rather, exactly. I'd rather be your friend than the chef. And it's
I'll take it.
No, because it sucks too. I mean, you know, like growing up in through the industry and like people will be like, hey chef. I'm like, do you even know my name? I know your name. Like, so I'd rather be a person with them and work together and grow together. So
that's good to know, because I always just, if you're a chef, like I want to be respectful, and so I'm always like saying
It's like coach, right? It's like
in a sense, but at the same time, you want to be. For me personally, I like getting older already, so like I want to help the next generation. Thanks. I got that a couple times, and oh man, it's like uncle. It's kind of I'm from Kauai, but not that many people's uncles, so hopefully. So, but is you want to create a space for people that makes them want to be something and gives them the opportunity to be something different and special. I don't want a bunch of me's running around home. My wife would be crazy. She'd be so upset if there's a bunch of me's running around. So like, it's creating new experiences.
I like that.
Yeah.
So you mentioned growing up in Kauai. So tell us about like growing up. Did you grow up with like lots of food and cooking and all that stuff too?
Lots of McDonald's. Hey. No, but that's seriously though, like growing up, like I was lucky to travel. So my parents wanted to travel. My grandpa owned a Radio Shack, and we'd go to the conventions and stuff. So, you know, we'd travel a lot. I never ever thought of cooking in that manner. It was always hide. My mom would tell me, you know, you can pick one vegetable out of the frozen pack that you didn't have to eat. And for some dumb reason, I would always pick the lima bean, which is only like one, and there's green beans everywhere, and that sucks too. But so like that's my childhood growing up, is not really cooking, but experiencing different cultures. So my mom's Japanese, my dad's white. So you know, I grew up on the Japanese side, and but it was very homely. It wasn't anything much. I think we're doing Make-A-Wish on Friday or Saturday.
Saturday, yep.
I'm doing a version of my grandma's long squash and pork soup.
Oh, that's very
just
comfort food.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what I grew up. Fried chicken on the beach with musubi and Gouda-berg.
Yeah.
Goodberg gotta be.
Gotta be. That's why I get plenty girth. Still bulking up. Pretty soon I'll cut weight, but not yet. No, it's still bulking up.
Always bulky season.
But I was lucky enough to travel, and I think the upbringing, my parents were both teachers, so always trying to take things in like a sponge, you know, and then doing a lot of sports. I always competed and wanted to be better. Didn't need to be the best, but I definitely wanted to win
At
sometimes.
least compete, yeah.
Yeah, or figure out a way to win, even if I had to cheat a little.
Hey.
But hey, little bit's okay, you know. But yeah, it kind of not until college, and I kind of didn't feel like that was the right thing. I went to Arizona for aeronautical engineering.
Oh, okay.
And it
Completely
just-
different, like.
It just wasn't
Yeah.
like I couldn't see myself sitting there.
Yeah.
A little bit too antsy, I suppose. And so cooking kind of found me. And I think I was lucky to have a creative upbringing.
How did you go from eating frozen lima beans to choosing to go into culinary in college? Like, was it like...
So no, it wasn't even. Well, actually, it was after college, but you know, like I'll tell different variations of different things, but I mean, part of it had to do with college and gambling, probably.
Okay.
Needed to work.
Needed to make money. Needed to make money somehow.
It was kind of nuts. One of my ex brother-in-law, his good friend was Rich Miano.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he opened a bar and grill at that time, and he's like, "Hey, you want to come down and work?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
What was that place called?
Bikini Beach Bar and Grill.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Okay,
Anyways,
yeah.
we've almost made it. But it was an interesting experience, and I had a guy in there that I worked with, and he would eat butter straight from the stick, and it's
What?
just, you know, you meet people, you meet interesting people. It's gnarly. I was like, but you know, and just having, you know, this product, and you make it into something, and then you could eat it, and you're in the kitchen and you eat it, and hey, money's coming in, who cares? But it just
So he hired you to come work, cook.
yeah.
It's just like
Yeah. Hey, let's go. Lift some weights. Let's go cook after. You know.
You can cook. Hey, you look like a chef.
Now you're a chef.
No, hey, man, that's when I got my title.
Yeah.
Bikini Beach Bar and Grill. There you go. But you know, and I got into KCC.
Yep.
And I was lucky enough to meet the chef at the time at Michelle's at Culinary Surf doing a dinner. And I became his sous chef in a year and a half, and just went from there. Roy
so
took
you picked
me
out the
in.
beans from him for him then. For him.
Well, I made them taste better. No, not yet. I wasn't ready yet. I didn't know how to make them taste better yet. I was still learning. But he taught me a lot, and then Roy taught me a lot, and you know, just always trying to see where I could do more. Yeah, where I could learn more and grow. So it's a very interesting experience, and very blessed to have so many people allow me to do all the things that I did. I think I was working like three management jobs at one time.
All different restaurants?
Well,
Or-
between school teaching and a restaurant and the food and wine all together at once.
So you're pretty bad at gambling then. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. 3 jobs?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was gnarly, but to put yourself through that and experience it and see kind of like how you feel through that pressure and stress, and how you can make it better for other people through that pressure and stress. So we're trying to grow my team. I have a bunch of my old students in there, and,
Oh, really?
and people from our journey in there, and it's been really nice that I have people from 10, 15 years ago that are still around.
Yeah.
It's so humbling, you know,
Yeah.
because like people don't stay anymore. It's hard nowadays.
It's tough, yeah.
So
Yeah.
just to be blessed with that kind of, I guess, appreciative respect for each other is really nice.
So you were at Bikini's, and then you went to school and was like working during that whole time too, like
Through school,
Roy's.
yeah, I baked for a little while, but nothing special. I let my wife do all the baking. She's super good.
Is your wife a chef too?
She's a pastry chef. Yeah.
Oh, is she?
So yeah.
Where does she?
So she works with us with the group.
Okay.
She bakes out of Nami Kaze right now, but we will be hopefully within a year opening up Baker's Loft by Beverly Luck. So and that'll be her bakery.
Awesome.
Nice.
She does Japanese style
Yeah.
pastries and
Yum.
breads and stuff, and super good.
Yeah.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
hungry now. We're going there after this.
She made me some cinnamon, what is that? Cinnamon roll stuff. So yeah, that didn't help my cutting back.
Nah, still bulking.
Still bulking. Season.
Yes.
But yeah, so you kind of talked about like you had no, I mean like you experienced food like through culture and traveling and all that, but like you had no interest in it until after college. So it was like you kind of had this idea that you were gonna be an engineer, and then you're like, oh, you know, things.
So they go
change.
space.
Yeah. That's everyone. Yeah.
Make food in space. No. I don't know if I.
But then it's like, so you kind of made that shift, and so what was that like for you? Just kind of like, okay, I guess this is not for me anymore.
It was
Totally
I think-
changing courses.
Yeah.
I think initial was the competitive side, the sports side, where I drove myself to be good
Yeah.
and learn everything. And then, so yeah, the Ian Russo at Michelle's, he'd make me taste everything. Like,
Yeah.
I remember, like, one of the first times I met him, he's like, hey, taste this chicken. Like, hey, chef, it's not cooked. So you gotta taste it in season. I'm like, all right. And then he said, so I would taste everything from every state and build a palate,
Wow.
right? And then so after a while, then after the drive and the learning kind of got comfortable and I kind of knew some things, then I kind of went to the creative side with my parents, and then that's where the fun is.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a lot of business to it too, but that's where, like, I think if I wasn't cooking, I like to work with wood.
Yep.
So
Creating.
yeah, draw. I like to write.
Yeah.
I just don't have time.
Yeah.
So, but I think
But
someday.
it's cool because you're still incorporating those creative elements in your
That,
cooking
and
right
cooking's gnarly because
Yeah.
like you
do
can
it
technically you can kill people with it, but at the same time it's like 3D art
Yeah.
that you can eat after
Totally.
now. Yeah.
and hopefully
Yep.
it tastes good, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
but the biggest thing I think is now I went through the creative phase and now it's giving back phase. So giving back to my team, giving back to I really want to support the farmers. I remember
Yeah.
when I was at Roy's, like Dino Kimoto was Roy and Dino Kimoto doing auto farms, doing this stuff. So I grew up through that, and I would order the product. So every now and then we're like, Dino, what is this? How come it's so it's not good enough, and so I had to stop myself and say, okay, I'll start growing stuff on my own and see how hard it is. And yeah, love you farmers. Love you, Dean. You guys work hard, man. You guys work hard. So like I try my best to allow the people around me to do their thing, and then I try my best to respect what they do and build upon what they do and create something that's worth it.
That's awesome. So you're like in your giving back era right now, bringing up the
Right.
Well, so let's talk about Nami Kaze. So what does the name mean?
So Nami Kaze is wind and wave, and it was translated to me at the time as ocean breath. Since we're on the pier,
Yeah.
we're doing seafood. I wanted to be
makes sense,
vegetable heavy. I almost went pescatarian, but I mean, gotta have meat. So, but later on, I talked to my Japanese friends, and they're like, "Oh, it's like turbulence and chaos, and because it's storm, right? Wind and wave." And I'm like, "Yeah,
Nami
perfect.
Kaze?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
really?
like perfect for the restaurant."
Keep it
so it is.
interesting.
even better. Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's cool. And then I went through all the designs and built it out. And luckily, my dad was there for that. And then, so he saw some of it, and then just my mom now. But it's cool. Yeah.
So your dad got to see at least the beginning.
Yeah, he helped me demo some stuff. It was cool.
Oh.
We
It's a cool
were like,
experience,
Yeah.
working together
I
on
don't know if
it.
you guys ever seen Uncle's before, but it had a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
But it did great for so long, and now they're in Pro Ridge, so they're doing good, I think now. But yeah, it was kind of nuts.
We'll rewind a bit. Like, what was that opportunity like? Because you were working for a bunch of people, and then like, when was it like, hey, do you want to kind of open your own thing?
So what was I doing?
Because that's scary too,
So
right?
scary. Oh, man. I think it's not hitting me till now. I've been just going nonstop. It's like, oh shit, wait, scary? Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
PTSD a little bit.
So I was at KCC,
Yeah.
and then I had an opportunity to open some restaurants with a friend at the time, and we opened 4 restaurants. So Miro, Papa Kurt's, How Tree, started in Waikoko and Maui, and just change of values and shift of things, and so I stopped. I think I was out for maybe a month and 2 months, and cleaning house, doing stuff.
Cleaning house, kind of
Relaxing.
grow some vegetables.
Yeah, tending to the yard. But I saw this thing that from when I went to school. It was like, what do you want to be?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I want my own restaurant. I want to be a chef. Blah blah blah. Whatever. So I was like, you know what? And I taught for 6 years. And
Wait, you saw that, like you wrote it yourself? Or
yeah.
Oh, you wrote that?
When I was at school.
Oh.
So I was digging through all papers.
Oh,
and
so you
throwing
saw
shit
that
away.
you wrote that you wanted
Yeah.
to be a chef.
I was like, I want to have my own restaurant.
Oh.
Right? So
Wow.
I was like, you know what? Okay, let's go. And so I started digging around, looking, and Roger Dane from Fresh Island Fish. Get all my fish from there. Hey. So he brought me in,
Nice, yep.
and he got me into the space, and I just been going since. So it's kind of, we had some turbulence, but wind and wave.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
But like anything, and I think we've been very, very lucky with the community helping out and supporting us. So it's
Yeah.
been nice.
Yeah. You make it sound so easy. Just open a restaurant.
Yeah, wow. Sure, the wife wants to kill me for having it so big. We're still trying to grow, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's so many. I have met so many good people. I want to make sure we have enough space for enough good people. So
Yeah. What were like some of the things that you learned from working with all of these other restaurants and in different capacities too, like
Yeah.
as an instructor, as a sous chef, as a manager?
Yeah.
Like, was there something that you like, when I open a restaurant, I want it to be like this?
For sure, it creates. You get put in stressful situations. You make stressful situations, and it molds you.
Yep.
And I maybe I don't know. I don't want it to sound like a stalker or anything, but I like to watch.
Yeah, 100%.
Watch
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, it's
I
a
like
good way to learn.
I like to see how they react. I like to understand. I never ever want to be closed-minded and say, okay, this is the way I'm going to do everything for every single person.
Yeah.
Or every way of cooking, you can only cook this way. And I never ever want it to be like that. And it should never be like that. We should respect each other's personal being. And I think I kind of collected thoughts and ideas of how I thought things should be, according to not just myself, but myself and the others around me, and that's what I'm trying to create now. And it's difficult, and you're not going to be able to hit everything.
Yeah.
But to be aware of everything and to see when and how it can fit in and make it work is kind of a fun challenge.
Yeah, there's a power in just like sitting back and
Observing,
Yeah.
listening, and like just, just taking all
Don't get
that
me
in.
wrong. I like to just get in there and go, because then I don't have to think about anybody or anything. But at the same time, it's a different thought process,
Yeah.
not just work.
next time I'm eating there, I gotta be careful because I know chef is watching me.
I try to be there.
Watching.
Is that the right fork? No, no, I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely fun.
So you focus on like fresh vegetables from our local growers, like fresh.
Yeah, tell us about the concept for like,
Yeah.
people that haven't been there, like they don't know.
So, I mean, everything with me is very organic. But there's a core, and the core is educating, and that's not just with food, with cooking. It's with food and the community and what we have around us. And so we're slowly growing the amount of farmers and just people that grow things that we work with. But concept-wise, I like to personally eat a lot of little like bites of things. So Izakaya style. but people will come in and be like, hey, that's not izakaya, because it's different cultures that we're using, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to stray from any. Let's use everybody, because there's so many different flavors and ingredients that are, and through it all, if you look at it all, they're all kind of the same styles, but just whatever is available in that area is what's being used, and so it's I mean, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But it's just a gathering place. I like to think of the restaurant as a place where people can go and just enjoy each other.
Yeah.
And then the food and the service is there.
Yeah.
But then you can also connect to the fact that we're using all these local people as much as possible. Sorry, I hope I didn't hit that. But
He's ruined everything.
yeah.
Start over.
Smack my window. but it's showing my team and the people that come and eat what we have available, and then how I might use it, and then giving them the opportunity to use it and create and grow, and so it's fun. But we got to be sustainable. We still get stuff from other places. But,
Yeah.
I love that because you're so heavy in the education space, but it's like things that you've been exposed to your whole life. Like you said, your parents were teachers, and then you taught for a little bit, and then like now you're doing it too. So it's like a core part of your life, and like you're trying to continue.
I always thought it'd be fun to
Yeah.
teach or just maybe just the way they did it. Is, I appreciated their thought process maybe, and I wanted to share that with people. So it's been a pleasure and an honor to be given that space.
Yeah, I love that because it's like you're going through this experience together, right? Like opening a place is not easy, but it's like, hey, we'll do this together. Like like you said, you're helping me, let me help you. How can we learn and grow together?
Yeah. Next step is Japan.
Nice.
We're working with Japan now.
Are
so
you really?
Yeah, hopefully we just did I was lucky, the Death Row, so the Japan Tourism Agency is trying to build stuff with Hawaii.
Sick.
So we were just invited, a bunch of us from Hawaii chefs.
I saw
invited.
that.
With, like,
Yeah.
so
That
super
looked
fun.
that looked like a blast. I'm like,
how did I get
wow.
on this trip?
I
It was nuts. It was nuts. It was nonstop. But I mean, there's so much in Japan to share, and I just deeply respect how Japan does things and the thought process, and of course there's always adaptations to how we do things too, but just that core values, the attention to detail.
Yeah,
I think that's the beautiful
excellence.
thing about like food or any art, right? Any creative thing. It's like you can get inspiration from so many different cultures, different places, different experiences. But then essentially you're kind of making it like your own, but it still encompasses all these like different values and experiences.
Yeah. I try not to bastardize sushi too much with my white side.
This side, yeah, all in.
Yeah, as traditional as possible.
Yeah.
How are our local farmers and growers doing? I think about that when we talk to chefs, because like you guys are responsible for like highlighting the thing that they spend their whole, all their days like perfecting, this like lettuce or whatever it is. And also you guys get like all the attention too, like you got awards and all this stuff, but you're utilizing ingredients that are coming from our local farmers, growers, that might not get as much, attention or,
For sure.
So very generally, like, how do you think like how they're doing? Like, in
So
this time?
I can't speak for them, but I feel like, and from what I've heard through talking to them, I like to go to the farm and talk story and see the farm and see how they do things and not just order. I want to be together
have that
as a friend and help each other in not just, hey, I need this, I need that, I need this. It's what are you growing? Okay, what can't you sell? Okay, and then I bring it in, and my team's like, oh. What did he bring in this time?
Kind of like creative.
Hey man, you guys are eating that all week. Can't make anything to serve. You guys are eating that all week. But so like some of the farms, I try to just buy them out.
Nice.
Whatever they don't sell at the farmers market, then they don't have to worry about trying to sell it, or at least they know it's gonna constantly leave.
Yeah.
But we're doing a farmers menu now. That's gonna go on probably next week, I suppose, as soon as my team's ready to showcase a farm and then donate back to Maui. But it's just so on the menu we highlight the farms and stuff like that, and we're building the website to show a little bit more information. Like I think Mana Up does a great job. Of showcasing the people that they are helping. I want to be like that, but free.
Yeah. Oh, see, yeah.
Sorry.
Hey,
Mana Up.
shout out to Melanie. Yeah. Hey, no, but yeah, I feel that, because it's like, especially like as a consumer, right? Like when we're eating and stuff, it's like when we feel that connection with something, it's like you almost enjoy it more.
Yeah.
Because you feel personally
Then
connected.
maybe you might
now.
visit it one time,
Yeah,
visit the
yeah.
farm,
Yeah.
but like a lot of them, because the new generations, they don't want to be farmers.
That's what I was thinking, because one of my friends, I live in Waimea, and his family owns a farm in Waimea, and 3 generations maybe, it's been like a long time, but
Yeah.
he's like now the one that needs to take it over, but he's like nobody else in his generation wants to do it.
Yeah.
It's like hard work. They wake
Yeah.
up and like before the sun comes up, it's like all their time is at the farm, and it's like just not
There's
the
no
glamorous
workers.
job.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
workers.
The weather, so up and down,
Yeah.
the pests,
Yeah.
so you can only grow certain things. I think the biggest issue is the workers, like Mari's Garden.
Yep.
Love them, but it's
tough,
hard
yeah,
to keep up. So and the kid, like you said, the conditions aren't the greatest.
Yeah.
You really have to love it. So
I always
it's-
think of farmers as like that like grandma generation. Like there's
and
a
it's
lot
hard,
of
and it's hard too, right? Because you think about it's a vegetable.
Yeah.
What is somebody going to pay for that?
Yeah,
And how? So what do I have to buy that to make them feel good? And then when I put it on the menu, what do I have to put it on the menu as
Yeah.
to make sure that I'm sustainable?
Yeah.
And then the customer looks at it and like, oh, I'm gonna pay that much for that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's
but
that.
they don't understand. Like if I bring in local product, it's usually a little bit more labor
Yep.
for sure.
because it's the product varies a lot more than something that you buy from the
100%, yeah.
mainland,
Yeah.
which is on a huge farm that they can make it consistent. But so definitely a process. Yeah, cut that for me. But it's
Yeah, it's-
definitely a difficult process to mentally take the challenge on. Because you have to figure out ways, and it's usually me
Yeah.
spending my time to make sure that we can put these products on the menu at a cost that's effective.
And I think
Yeah.
it's cool that like people like you are like working with them to just figure out like, hey, like what can you grow, what can't
Yeah.
you grow, like how can I
Yeah.
help, like I think this is like really like we need a lot of this. How can we? Yeah. So it's like cool to work with them and like figure out their process, so then they don't feel like they're alone either.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I have all this stuff I have to sell. But like if they're working with someone like you, it's like they can cater more of it towards you or like other chefs and whatnot. So that's cool.
Yeah.
There's this
Yeah.
big push on sustainability.
Yeah.
Like we want to be
Especially in
sustainable
Hawaii,
in
yeah.
Hawaii. Like we don't want all
Well,
these.
what is the zero footprint? Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if everybody's taking the time to know what is actually grown in Hawaii, and then we use it all,
Yep.
because I mean,
Yeah.
I can't remember the percentages, but what percent we actually grow and use, and what percent is brought in. But if we could use all of the percent that's grown here,
That's
then
true.
at
Yeah.
least the farmers and everybody else is sustainable.
Yeah.
100%.
But there's so much that gets wasted, so much that goes back into the land for fertilizer
Yeah.
because it wasn't sold.
Yeah.
So
That's true. I think about when we were on Molokai a few months ago, and we were talking with a farmer, and then they're talking about how, like, on Molokai, I was like, what do people do here? Because there's like one hotel, I'm like,
you don't want to know. It's like Hawaii.
like, how are people able to live here? And so they're like, oh, most of the people here are like entrepreneurs or farmers. I'm like, so who are you selling to? Like,
They just barter, right? They-
basically,
they
yeah.
share.
They have an app where everybody who has a farm, they like put it on their app.
Oh,
like
wow.
I have avocados, whatever, how many cases of avocados I have this week. And then they have like pickup points on the island. Like twice a week will be like your pickup day. So you can order on the app. Like I need avocados, I need lettuce, blah, blah, blah. And I have like however many bags of poi. And then, yeah.
You just put your money in the box.
Yeah,
And it's very
and then-
honor system.
They just, I mean, they're all high technology now. They have apps and stuff. But yeah, that's how they,
But still, it's a little shack on the side of the road, I'm sure.
the drop-off points. Yeah. I mean, there's,
That's crazy.
yeah. But then I was like, wow, they're really doing it. You know, that's really
They're sustaining
cool.
within, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, how can we do that on like a bigger scale, you know? I don't know.
Probably.
Even if you don't have like a farm, even if you have like a small little like backyard where you can have like however many chickens or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
And it's
gotta be
just,
something.
I mean, it would be great.
Yeah.
I think it's just education. I think if we can spread more awareness,
Yeah.
like right, like, hey, like you can do this, or like it's
Just a
possible.
little,
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
To help
Yeah.
a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it'll take a bit.
So now your restaurant is what, 3 years?
Technically 3 years, but 2 years for brunch, a year and a half
Okay.
for dinner.
Okay.
About something like that. So
Okay.
we've been very fortunate.
What's been
Not-
the most fulfilling part?
We're starting to grow into catering now.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
And the team is pretty close to being able to do their thing at the restaurant. I try not to think of the restaurant as like, hey, money maker,
Yeah.
because it's kind of, as we're trying to grow right now, it's kind of the foundation for growing the talent, growing the chefs, growing
Yeah.
the people at the restaurant, giving them the opportunity to have the time to create or find themselves,
Yep.
see if they really like it here in the industry, and then hopefully branch out with us as we grow. Hopefully not too much more, but a little bit more. A little bit more. And I definitely want to open up somewhere else so that they have an opportunity to experience the culture there or the food there.
I love that, yeah.
Whether it's
Yeah.
New York or Japan or something.
Nice.
Just to give the opportunity, because not everybody gets to travel. And some people travel and they go somewhere and they intern and it doesn't work out so good. So maybe just a month, they can go travel for a month and then come back, and if they like it, they can go again. But just trying to think of everything that I would want growing up in the industry,
That's a good
and
perspective.
then share
Yeah.
that back with them.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. I love that because I think Kolby and I always talk about it too. It's like once you have a team, right? It's like it's not just you anymore. It's like now you're taking care of these people's livelihoods, right? And it's like if you can't take care of them, how can they live? And it's like
Yeah.
so you feel like this extra sense of responsibility. And it's like I love how you brought up time.
And in your industry, I don't know, I feel like it seems like it's just always busy, crazy, chaotic,
It's
hard.
chaotic, but there's so many good people, especially here in Hawaii. A lot of friends in the industry that, that's why the Japan trip was nice, because I got to
Yeah.
hang out with them without thinking about work too much.
yeah.
So it was nice. Otherwise, we only see each other at events, and
Yeah.
maybe occasionally we dine in each other's restaurant or whatever. And but it's I think there's a respect among chefs, and they understand. I haven't
Yeah.
seen you in forever, because we've been working our butt off.
Yeah, it was the holidays or whatever.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not in the state system.
Yeah.
But so it's just a very passionate industry, and we try our best to look out for each other as much as possible, and I just try to always be open.
Yeah, it's cool because especially with that trip, it was probably super cool to reconnect. Everyone's like a big reunion, and then also everybody's kind of going through the same thing right now.
Yeah.
Doing their own thing.
Hustling, building their own
In their
space.
own style.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the same problem, but it's basically the same problem.
Yeah, at least you can relate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm so sorry. tell me what's going on with you.
Man, what was it like to go explore Japan and eat at all of these amazing places
kept
with
saying,
a team of people that also appreciate the food as much as you do?
Yeah, a bunch of critics eating together.
Yeah.
No, but Japan.
Yeah.
It's everything. like the quality is so high.
Yeah.
So like I'm a flavor kind of guy. So sometimes I'm like, man, we have some pretty good fish in Hawaii too.
Yeah.
And we bring a lot of fish from
100%,
Japan in into the restaurant, but like our quality is pretty high for our ahi and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I always like to see like the creative side. And sometimes it's a really traditional in Japan.
Yeah, just the fish
So I
and the
get
rice.
sad sometimes. I'm like, come on, chef, make me something that, something from your mom made or something. I want to see something cool, that I've never seen before, not just a bunch of nigiri. But
Yeah.
hey, it was really, really good nigiri. It was good. And it's like third the price, Jesus. Looking at them in the market and all the prices, like
Everything's on sale.
calling up my rep. Look at this price. How much are you taking from? What's your cut? God damn it.
Aren't you going back soon?
Yeah, next week. Super stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's like your go-to, like when you land, like you're like, this is the first place I want to eat?
In Japan?
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I haven't been enough times. Only twice. Yeah.
Okay, so what
I
was
think-
the best thing that, sorry.
No, go ahead.
What was the best thing that you had on the trip?
Oh, shucks. I told somebody and I can't remember what it was. There's a lot of good things. And of course, I love good uni.
Yeah.
Like good uni.
My mouth gets water just right now.
Yeah. So eating uni is when it's super fresh. That was probably that was awesome.
Nice. Yeah, I think that I keep telling people about Japan. It's like one of those places where it's hard to pinpoint like one good spot you want to eat because everywhere you eat is good.
Yeah.
It's one of those places where like we can hype it up as much as we want, but like you just got to go and experience it yourself because it's like you're gonna walk into any restaurant and the quality is gonna be there. Everything's gonna be good.
Like, no bad places.
Yeah. And yes, the prices that helps a lot too.
Yeah, we did it at a really cool unagi place. Unagi, I like unagi. It's not my favorite, but like the kind where they grill it and they steam it on the rice in the box.
Oh.
It's really good.
My mouth is watering.
That was yeah. But there's a lot of good things there. I mean, you can go to the market. Oh my God, what's the market?
Tsukiji.
No, there's like the 7-Elevens.
Oh yeah, Family
Oh,
Mart.
Family
Yeah,
Mart.
like any of
Yeah, the
those, and you
chicken,
can
yeah.
get something just as good in there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy.
That was
Or the
like
chicken.
The Fabi Chiki with like the salmon with
Yeah, it's like,
the
oh my God. Yeah, everything's good. So, it was,
Yeah,
it was awesome.
everything. Yeah, ramen. Like I never had one bad bowl of ramen in Japan. Or
Any bad
tonkatsu.
meal, just in general, yeah.
I know. Oh man, I'm just thinking about eating now.
But it's so cool now with like because like when you travel, it's like they don't have Yelp or anything, right? But it's so cool with social media to help them. Oh, this spot looks good. Let's go try it.
Yeah. So it was nice. But it was nice not to think about it.
Yeah,
They just took us all around and
That's sick.
we just.
It looks so fun. I was watching like Aya stories, Karina stories, like
Yeah.
Chef Khaled, like
Yeah.
oh gosh, like
Yeah.
that looks so fun.
Yeah, I'm terrible. I gotta get better at that. My team's like, what's going on with you?
Like, are you even there?
I'm here. I'm sleeping on the bus. I'm so tired.
I promise I'm there.
Yeah, it was. The people are just.
So
the
that
people are
initiative-
amazing.
That initiative was to really connect with like the tourism.
So the seafood, they're promoting the seafood.
Oh, nice.
So we saw like this. It's kind of neat. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's kind of neat where they're feeding the fish, the sea bream, the mandarin skins. So it has the taste. They're feeding them strawberries.
Oh wow.
So they're good strawberries.
Yeah.
They're feeding them chocolate. And just like
Really?
in their
Wow.
pellets of food.
Wow.
So they're
Wow.
they're trying to
Oh,
like.
that's like
It's
when
kinda
they were doing
intense.
Wagyu, right? Like
That's-
massaging. Yeah.
Next level.
Well, they had ichigo in it.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So-
And then did you guys get to taste it?
We tasted it, but it was so unfortunately that one was like covered with other things.
Oh.
So if we just ate
That's
it,
the one time you didn't want
Yeah.
the creativity.
I know.
but I wasn't even thinking about it. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we ate it and like, oh shit, that was the orange one. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh, that's crazy though. So like
Yeah.
they raise them and they feed them like different things to kind of.
so it's ground up in the pellets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then so they have like that palette level. Like, this one's like the orange one. Like
Yeah,
so-
it'd
that's
be
crazy.
kind of neat to taste them all side by side.
Yeah, I'd see.
You know, it kind of reminds me of a story. I was talking with Uncle Sunny, Kapi'olani. He was part of my film that I did. But I was talking to him about like, and he's a kupuna, like 80, I think he's 80 years old. But so his family is from Kiholo on the Big Island. And then they were saying like when he was a kid, what he remembers is that Kiholo had like a lot of pigs. They grew pigs down there, but they would only eat coconuts. And so that was their whole entire diet was
Yeah.
coconuts. And then like people on Oahu heard of like the important people on Oahu heard about those pigs, and they would like have to ship it over to Oahu
Yeah, yeah.
because they had like this
Flavor.
different taste, this different flavor.
Just because their diet.
Yeah, just because of their diet.
Super fatty, I'm sure. It's like
Yeah,
the
oily, fatty. Yeah,
the
yeah.
boars on Big Island that eat all the mac nuts.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like gnarly how much fat they have. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, that's it.
So you might not be able to taste the flavor of like their diet, maybe, but then like the
Just
way that they
yeah.
metabolize it or whatever, like become really fatty.
Supposedly,
Maybe?
supposedly you can taste it though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But,
Yeah.
Anyway, that just reminded me of that story.
you know what that reminds me of?
What?
I don't know. I seen it one time. It's the they have the I forgot what country it is, but they have the maggots that eat the blue cheese,
Oh,
and that's all they eat.
that all they eat.
So then they eat the maggots.
Oh!
It's so gross, but it's
little-
probably like, oh, they're little blue
I
cheese
guess.
things.
The blue
Like
cheese
you wouldn't know.
poppers.
It's like the best
Kind of crunchy.
blue cheese chips you ever had.
Oh,
cheese
wow.
poppers.
I don't know. It's,
Nice
it's
little
crazy
snack.
what people do.
Yeah.
But I
Huh.
think that's a cool thing about like like I said, art. You know, like food. Like
Yeah.
be as creative as you want to be.
Yeah,
And it's just, like,
try out
that's their
different
culture. You know,
things.
it's not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I would probably not
Just
eat
don't
it.
eat, just
but-
don't eat the Hawaiian snails. It's not escargot.
Oh,
Yeah.
You die from those.
yeah.
Don't be that creative, Hawaii.
yeah.
Leave those alone. Don't put them in butter and eat them. They're like,
Not that creative. Not that creative.
Talk about the James Beard semi-finalist award. Was that a big deal for you?
It's super cool. It's just I really try not to think about it, and I am super like appreciative of them putting us in that category with everybody. You know, we're so new as a restaurant. I've been kind of doing this for a bit, but you know, I saw it growing up at Roy's. You know, he got his James Beard a long time ago, and you know, Robin Mai just got her award, and so stoked for her. She's so awesome, and just to be put in the category so fast. I mean, and you know, starting this restaurant and coming through the restaurant is such an honor. It's just, I mean, there's in my mind, I know. Like it's pretty clear where I want to go and what I want to do. So it's hard to be like, oh, yes, I'm so excited because I'm like, there's so much more that you know. There's so many details that we haven't like fixed or made better, or you know, we're just
And
trying
it's
to
because you're not,
tread
like,
water.
You're so passionate. You're not like working towards an award. You know, it just came. You know.
Yeah. I mean, it's such. It really is an honor, and I don't ever want to downplay it.
Yeah.
But there's just
But you haven't, like, hit the pinnacle
internally
yet.
internally like don't look in the kitchen. But
yeah,
internally
yeah.
it's like there's so many things that we need to improve on.
I mean, that's
as
a
a group.
good perspective, though. It's a good, because then that's not like, okay, well, I got that, like, check, and like I can cruise now. Like,
No, I never. I
because
don't think.
what's the next, as a like chef, like what's the next big thing that you could?
Well, I think it's even with that. So it's been sustained for me. I think it's been sustainable and consistent as a restaurant. So consistent for the food, consistent with the team, consistent with what you do. So like, I mean, even if we don't win, and if we're just noticed every year the same, that's great. You know, at least we're keeping a standard. You know, and giving people. You know, something that they can count on. That's the wrong word, but something they can go to and believe in, and they know, you know, we're doing our best to make sure that they have the best experience possible. So, and we're doing our best to be a part of Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way that it works with the James Beard is that like you're part of this like regional award. The semifinalist is like a regional thing, right? And then like they'll announce the winners. And then that they move on to the national competition.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Something I don't know, I didn't get there yet. So we're lucky. Last year we got recognized as a restaurant, new restaurant, and then this year they focused on me, which was cool. But I'm such a great team, so one day. I mean, anything we
Okay,
can.
because you can get a nomination for like the restaurant or the chef, right?
Or there's a ton of different
Oh,
things
I
that they
see.
do, but
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, 'cause
and-
we're kind of talking to like Justin Park and stuff too. And it's like there's so many categories.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
yeah, Justin's a good friend. You know.
Yeah.
That guy's amazing. His
Yeah.
creativity.
Yeah, we had him on the podcast.
different-
Justin.
Shout out here. We're just gonna cut off all your shout outs.
Yeah, just line them all up. Anybody else you want to shout out?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah, that's exciting to see. So this year, they're focusing on you as a chef.
So they that was, which was super humbling, and very honored. But the team is the most important. I just try to hold it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some glue action, or whatever, double-sided tape, whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
As a chef, like how much of your job as this like restaurant owner chef are you actually like cooking?
A lot, actually.
Oh, really?
There's still a lot. Because that's what I love, is the creating. But also we need to make sure that there's systems in place. You know, that we are like working for a reason as far as hitting numbers and stuff like that. And but being in the kitchen is always a good like. Okay, I don't want to touch my computer. I don't want to look at emails.
Yeah,
Let me go
yeah.
cook something.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just it's a good break, but at the same time, it's like, okay, now I'm behind.
Yeah. No, see, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's a big topic because we talk to so many entrepreneurs and like us ourselves. It's like you start a business because of your passion, right? But then a lot of people don't realize like everything else it takes to run a business. It's like, what have you learned in that process? You know, things you would do differently.
Not much differently, but maybe as I was growing, pay more attention to things at the business level.
Yep.
Just knowing, that's why you're trying to create that space, right? So just giving people that opportunity to see everything and say, okay, I want to open a restaurant. Okay, so this is, then now they can ask the right questions. I think I just kind of just took everything in from where I was at, and asked some questions about certain things, but didn't really have a purpose before when I was younger. So trying to pick that up.
That's cool because you're
more of it
providing
now.
that experience where it's like, okay, yeah, I want to open a restaurant. How can I figure that out? It's
Yeah.
like, actually, you know what? I
Yeah,
never
I'm
want to
good.
open. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'll
so
just work with you,
good.
yeah.
As like a leader
Yeah.
and teacher, like if you have, people who are you're mentoring under you,
Yeah.
and then you already see like you this is going to be a struggle for you if like you don't realize that all these business things, systems, all this stuff is included in that. Like
Yeah.
maybe just stick to cooking.
Just work for somebody.
Partner
Yeah.
with someone. Yeah.
I have a kid in there, a Mexican kid, Tenoch. Hey. But he,
Shout out Cameron right there.
he wanted to open his own restaurant, and his mom, I think his grandma cooks too. But so I asked him the other day, so what? You still want to open a restaurant? He's like, no, hell no.
Yeah.
Why not? I'm like, like Mexican food is great if you can package it, freeze it, sell it separately like that. You don't have to open a restaurant. Why not think different ways? But at least he can see like, oh, okay, opening a big restaurant's not for me. Maybe something small.
Yeah.
Or maybe to go that route where you're cooking prepared meals for people,
Yeah.
which would be
Yeah.
delicious. I'd
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Meal prep.
I think in so many different industries that's so relatable because even in ours in like film and production, I see people that come into this industry just thinking that they need to start their own company, but I'm like, actually the thing that you love to do is shoot. Like you don't have to start your own company. You can go work for somebody or you can freelance. Like actually if you start your own company, chances are you're not going to be shooting as much anymore, And so like now after being in the industry for so long, I can like actually mentor people and be like, that might not be that's not your only option.
Yeah,
if you're thinking
and that's the
about
cool
it.
thing. There's so many options in the industry to do. Be a farmer.
Yeah, right. Go be a farmer.
We need more. Yeah. But and so like, and that when I was teaching too, and all the students were like, okay, what I was asked too. I'd ask, what do you want to do? Why are you here in school? And like, I'll be a chef. I'll be a chef. I'll be a chef. And like, there's so many other things that you can be in. It's probably even more profitable.
Yeah.
So
It's cool to like see all the options and then see, experience it at like a young part of their career, right? Like you're saying, like you're providing things that you wish you had growing up or like
Yeah.
learning. Yeah. So.
And it's cool. We get to work with a lot of high schools.
That's
We
sick.
have three Waipahu high school students in the
that's
restaurant
sick.
Really?
that
Wow.
are working, and just we're trying our best to give them opportunities to move around and stuff. But well, sometimes it's hard. It's like, hey, you got to stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And then people don't realize too, like, yes, you gotta
It
operate as a
takes-
business side too. And
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes you need to like do something 1,000 times, like to like really be
Yeah.
good at something, and like that's maybe this like younger generation needs to learn that more. You know,
No,
like
they just want to do it once and then,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
I know, I know
got it.
that.
I know how to
What's
do
the
that.
next thing? Yeah.
Like no, you need to be actually really good at it. So you're gonna keep doing it for like the next year.
But good kid, we're super. Yeah, they gave us three really good kids.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Is that
try.
something that you did through like the high school?
So
They had a
yeah,
program?
I try my best to work with Waipahu and
Yeah, they have a really good like a lot of students are like doing college classes as a senior and whatnot already.
Oh wow.
yeah,
And having these like real life experiences in high school, that's
so
so that's
cool.
crazy.
Wait, more high schools need to be doing that.
well, there's a lot actually, and there's a couple that we're trying to work with too. My boy went to Roosevelt. I have a good friend there that's running the culinary program that I've been behind on. Sorry, Ryan. We'll get there. Roosevelt, Rough Riders, let's go. And you know, there's Mo'alua, Chef Lars over there. You know, there's so many good schools that are trying their best within the state system. So whatever we can do when we have time to give back, I mean, even if it's just being in there
Yeah.
and showing support to the teacher, to the students, so the students maybe they'll look up more to them.
Yeah.
Dude, that is
yeah, that's huge.
huge.
Yeah.
That's
So-
Just showing
huge.
up.
To be
Yeah.
able to just say like I got to watch Chef Jason do his thing. Like I was actually in the restaurant with him. Like even if he
so
wasn't
a couple
doing
will
anything.
come in,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'll just let them come in the restaurant and stage and just cruise in there and learn stuff or
Just soak it in,
just
right?
experience
Yeah.
or, I mean, right? It might not be what they want to do, but they can look at it and say, okay, that's
Yeah.
not what I want to do. Oh, I like that. I don't like that. I like that.
Totally.
And at
Yeah.
least they can build themselves
That's
awesome.
cool.
through our mistakes, you know.
That's cool. Did they approach you or did you like?
It varies. A lot of them,
Okay.
I try to approach, but a lot of them I know through KCC teaching or through the
yeah.
festival because a lot of them volunteer or through competitions. We used to judge some of the competitions like a Little Farms
Oh yeah, yeah.
competition, which is a great one for the kids. They have the FCCLA. They have a bunch of different competitions for the high school students. That is awesome. I was lucky enough to teach the competition team at Kapi'olani.
Oh nice.
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
traveled and yeah, it was
like a whole
such a
different
good
aspect
experience.
of it.
It really makes you you know, organized and detail oriented. So it's good for the kids, no matter what industry they go into.
Yeah. That's cool. I hope that the schools continue to reach out to all sorts of industries to like just get the kids exposed to things.
I think the biggest thing is I think everybody's kind of like, hopefully that we're breaking out of this COVID thing and everybody gets out of their shell, and I think everybody's just too afraid to ask.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong
Totally.
with being told, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah.
But if you don't even ask,
Yeah.
then what's the point?
Yeah.
You know, so there's nothing wrong with you know, being turned down.
There, it's so powerful just to be able to do that. It like builds confidence too, to be like, okay, well, he said no, but I'll try again or
Yeah.
whatever, and then you'll get a yes at some point, you know.
And we
it's-
always try to be open as much as possible. I definitely don't want to put a burden on my team more than necessary, but at the same time, if we can help, then we want to be there for people. It's
Yeah.
just, I mean, I feel like we live in this
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah,
state
yeah.
of aloha, right? And hopefully we can keep it that way, but nothing more rewarding than giving something.
And I
Yeah.
think the beautiful thing too is like, you know, a lot of people in Hawaii, especially with this culture, it's like if they can't help, they're gonna find a way to connect you to someone.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
And
yeah, it
that's-
doesn't hurt to ask.
I've been
Totally.
so fortunate to have met so many people and worked around so many different people in different aspects of the industry. So that's where I'm at.
No.
It's just how can we connect people?
And there's so much talent in Hawaii too.
Yeah,
And we want them, and we want them to stay here
yeah,
or go and but come back.
Yeah.
You know.
or just stay.
Or just stay.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah.
Yeah, go just travel and then come back.
Yeah.
Go take a trip.
So what are some things that you're looking forward to this year? I mean, I know you talked a little bit about all kinds of different things, little ideas and ventures you have, but what's a couple of things that you're super stoked on that's coming up?
So I think it's that the team is finally turning the corner. I think they're
Nice.
it's right. We're right on the cusp of just
You feel it.
like
Yeah.
like get them guys, go get them. Like I'm gonna work on this other stuff for a little while and come visit.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean not that way. I always that's the baby. Nami Kaze is the baby.
Yeah.
And I always want to be there as much as possible, even if it's just to say hi to people.
Yeah.
So many people have come in and supported us and come back, and it's so nice to talk to them and just be a part together of us growing. You know, them being a part of us growing. So, but
the baby's got to grow
thi-
up too.
yeah,
Got to mature.
So
Yeah.
so we're looking. Just like I said, growing and creating those opportunities. So we're working on the catering side. We're working on getting back into omakase. And that one
Yeah.
I like that one the best.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
honest, because it gives the team the opportunity in a smaller space to create. Whether it's 12 guests or 20 guests, and
Yeah.
then you're putting a lot more passion into each little course.
Like more intentional too.
Yeah, I mean it's great to create in the restaurant too, and we're supporting a lot more people in the community through the restaurant. But to support the team and give them that opportunity to create in a smaller space, and then of course the bakery, I can't wait to bulk up some more. But
Forever both.
yeah, test everything. We need to test down and make that cake green.
Somebody's got to do it.
I don't want to, but I have to.
I might have to eat the whole thing just to make sure.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's
exciting.
even like you being able to go to Japan for a few days and just not, you said like not have to worry about work. Like they got it.
Yeah. I can't touch anything.
Yeah.
Send texts and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, no, they did great. I just love, like, for me, when usually if I'm in the restaurant, I'm usually washing dishes, because I want to be there.
Yeah.
And then we're usually short, and then if I can put somebody on the line, and they all work together, and they grow and they learn, and I made a mistake, and then I'm there.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then you know what I mean. So it's
It's always.
that's such a great leader.
yeah, just to make sure that they have the opportunity, because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like you got to be in it.
Yep.
You can't just read about it.
Yeah.
You know, you have to touch it, do it, make
Yeah.
the mistake.
Yeah.
But then to have, hopefully I'm there for the mistake so
Yeah.
that we can fix it.
Yeah. If not,
And then
you,
they can grow.
Someone else on your team that, like, is a little bit more experienced could still help them as well.
Yeah.
So you're building like that culture there, which is amazing.
Yeah. For
'Cause
sure.
It's something about like.
Not being afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah, exactly, and learning from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like for anyone that has a team, it's like I speak for myself, but like it's so fulfilling to see like when someone on your team creates something that they're stoked about, whether they send it to a client or post it on social or something, and then like they get like the feedback, and it's like, oh, thank you. It's like, no, that was all you. Like you
Yeah.
did that. Like
Yeah.
you created that, and it's like they get that feedback, and it's so fulfilling. And
We did that once.
Yeah.
It was super fun, actually. We did a omakase. We did 22 courses last year.
Yeah.
And so each team member made something. And then we had a competition.
Nice.
And we had the
Ooh.
guest judge.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Really?
cool.
It was super fun. It was a lot of courses, and for the price was great. But it gave the opportunity, and the guests were awesome too, because they're tasting things from people that aren't as experienced. But
Yeah.
at the same time, we worked together and we built the dishes into something that was definitely
But so
really
much
good and presentable.
character. There's probably like,
Yeah.
you know, like
It
there's
was
a story
neat.
with
And
everyone.
that's like
It's a
so
pain.
much. That's such a great experience for them too.
We used to do that KCC
Yeah.
on a smaller scale, and this one was gnarly. It was like
22 courses.
22 courses. I mean, some were paired together,
yeah,
but
but
like
still,
22 individual dishes going out, and so we're hopefully soon we'll
We'll be
do
there for the next
another
one.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Can
Yeah,
we be
yeah.
on that guest list, please?
It is fun. We're trying to do that kind of stuff and do different styles of menus. Every time we do something, I try to do a different style of menu, where it's family style or coursed or supplements on it or whatever it is, so the team can see it and then they can figure out, okay, I like this. I think this style works best for this restaurant. Then they can grow that way and be confident in what they do.
That's like so full circle, because even like your education background and just being all about like giving back and like investing back into your team, that's like the perfect story. And like that is such a Chef Jason thing that you would do that. That's very cool.
The chef.
Friend.
Yeah.
You're a Jason friend. Half Japanese, you gotta say it backwards.
There
What
you
is
go.
it, friend Jason or Jason? Either way.
I guess like what, going like adding to this era of your life, like what advice would you give for someone just like seeking out these opportunities, or like in this position of like, hey, I don't know what I want to do, or like I want to step foot into this culinary space, like what should they do?
So, like, if you think you like something, or you want to work at something, or you want to work somewhere, go and eat first.
Yep.
Sit down at the bar somewhere you can see the kitchen, or whether it's a back of the house or front of the house, whatever you want to do, and watch, or even the bartender, right? Then sit there and just watch and eat slowly, and taste everything, and see if you like it. See how the staff interacts. See how the chef interacts with the staff, and see if it's something you want to do. Because otherwise you're wasting your own time, and then you're wasting the restaurant's time. And then go in there, work for free. And say, can I come down and work with you guys for free? I really think I want to work here. I just want to check it out first. And any person, I think, would want to see also how you work and how you interact with people before they bring you into the family. So, but it's just really getting in there and understanding before you take the step of actually working, because work is part of life, a big part of life.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be in the wrong space, and then lose your passion for the industry.
Yeah. no,
because you're in
that's
the wrong
true.
space.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
that and when you're there, I mean, be a sponge.
Yeah.
Don't think you know everything. Even if I know something, and so I'm learning from somebody else, I ain't saying shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how do you do that? Okay, cool. And I want to see how they do it.
Yeah.
Because maybe I learned something.
Yeah.
Makes me faster. Makes me whatever. It makes me not want to do it that way, or whatever it is. At least I know.
Yeah.
But
Always
why?
learning. Yeah.
Yeah. Why interrupt?
Yeah.
Just learn.
Yeah, that's good. All right, I have like 3 last like rapid fire questions.
Oh.
We asked this with
Snap.
the
No,
chef.
rapid fire.
I'm getting old,
Rapid fire.
Not too-
It doesn't have
not
to be
too fast,
very
not too
rapid. Just quick enough. We asked this to Chef Robin, and that we were like laughing at our answer. But what's your go-to meal that you just make for yourself at home? She said, was it eggs and rice?
Something simple. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. If it's like just on the fly,
Just like whatever you feel comfortable with. Like
Yeah, like what's your go-to like you eat most
or if
nights at home?
I'm gonna cook.
Okay, let's do both then. If you like, it's just like on the fly, like you came home from work and you're like just making something, or if you have guests coming over and you want to make something special.
Oh man, now that's even worse. It depends on what's in the fridge.
That's a good
And
idea.
usually a lot of times there's it varies what's in there. Because I'm usually at work a lot.
Yeah.
So luckily the wife does cook a lot, and she's from Hong Kong, so it's delicious.
Oh.
But if I'm cooking, oh man. See, like I do like rice.
Yeah.
So like anything on rice.
Yeah.
And it like mapo tofu or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't have tofu in there, but yeah, kind of like anything braised or cooked in sauce on rice.
Yeah.
That flavor.
Even if it's like hamburger stew.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a spot,
it's just
comfort
so
food.
simple and comforting and warm, and I mean
Yeah.
even tuna and rice.
And then over rice, yeah.
Whatever.
How do you make tuna on rice?
Tuna, just like tuna salad.
Yeah. Just that, like
With nori,
show you-
nori and yeah.
show you kind of
Maybe.
okay.
Oh, but you gotta have. Oh, it's so good. The Japanese shoyu. I forgot the brand name.
It's a blue bottle.
I wish I knew the brand name. I would tell you. But it's like
What does it look like?
the blue,
Yeah,
No,
the blue and the black
bottle
one.
blue, yes.
And it squeeze it. You squeeze
Yes.
it. And like I can just see
no,
that.
That show
in
you?
rice.
Is that show you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll
The
bring you
black
that
one
one.
is supposedly the more expensive one, but the blue one
blue
I
one,
like
I love
better.
the
It's
blue
so
one,
good.
yeah.
And it's just,
Is it thick? Like it, like
Bulk.
like is it like oyster sauce kind of?
No, it's just the
consistency?
flavor is
It's just so
different. It's
flavorful.
infused with
I'll bring
something.
you back a bottle.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And you can get it at 7-Eleven.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so just rice, tuna from a can, and that.
Well,
Show
with,
you
with
put-
maynese and stuff.
Yeah, like mix.
Oh, that
true
kind.
second.
Okay.
Sorry.
She was thinking
Oh,
straight. Yeah.
oh, that's that bad.
We were just
I really
talking-
don't like to cook at home.
Not a chef here.
Well, I was on the last podcast we did with Justin Lee. He was saying about growing up and like the thing that they would make all the time because the parents would be gone working. They would make fried rice, but fried rice to him was like rice, a can of tuna, and oyster sauce,
Oh, yeah.
and then mix that up and then put furikake on
Nothing wrong
top.
with that.
Yeah.
That sounds good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
comfort food. Okay, and then what is a thing that you would make if people were coming over, like for dinner?
Then I would go shopping.
Yeah. So if you had to go shopping and curate a dish, like what would it be?
Depends on the guest.
Oh, so many
I
variables.
know. Oh, but that's how I think.
I know.
You know what I mean? It depends on who's coming. And
Yeah.
it depends on the style. But I do
Okay,
love.
it's your family then, like your mom is visiting.
I know they're terrible. They always tell me,
never mind.
we don't want you to cook. We don't hear always cooking. But no, I mean, like for them, shucks, I love cooking seafood.
Yeah.
My dad used to love like butterfish, so I used to make
Oh,
at home
yeah.
stuff like that. But like my boy he loves French onion soup, so I'll make French onion soup.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fancy.
So it's kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever like kind of they're in the mood for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm semi-allergic to shrimp, but I love like just simple
You get
garlic butter
itchy.
shrimp.
It's worth it, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Worth
worth it. I keep trying to eat it so I can sustain it.
I don't want to
never not eat it. It's itchy.
Yeah, just thinking about it.
Yeah, but yeah, just simple food that we can share. I love Korean food.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
having all the panchan.
Yeah.
And then like we'll bust out the little grill thing.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
grill.
nice.
You make all those little things, like the little.
Panchan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just simple stuff
Yeah.
sometimes. Or
Okay.
we'll buy some and we'll make
Yeah,
some.
yeah. So a
Sometimes
lot
we'll
of.
just go to Palama Market. But just
Yeah.
having those options.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool.
Half the time you don't eat it all.
Yeah.
It sits in the fridge forever.
Yeah.
And then you make fried rice.
Yeah.
Okay, next rapid fire is what's the most memorable dish you ever eaten? Where was it and what was it? I know these are hard questions. Yeah,
know
it's
these
the
are rapid
first thing
fire.
that comes to mind.
What's your name, Jason? What's your favorite part?
The first thing that comes to mind is like the most memorable thing that you ate somewhere that we were like blown away.
Or even like a recent experience, like what's something you ate recently that you're like, whoa.
Man. See, I don't get on much.
McDonald's.
You don't get
Just
that.
kidding, yeah.
Yeah.
Japan probably.
I don't know.
Did you eat something here recently?
Yeah, I guess send a shout out to somebody else too.
Oh.
There we
My
go.
boys at Bozu. College Shopping Center.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. They're like just going in there, the hospitality, very Japanese oriented style, and seeing them and we had some chew toro the other day. That was so good. Just so clean, so nice. But yeah, we go there a bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Memorable? Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Not a lot of thinking, you know?
Yeah.
Branded.
Okay,
Always gotta get at least one uni.
Yeah.
Super good.
Okay.
Fire.
Last one that I have, maybe you have.
I have 10 more. I'm
No,
just kidding.
Andrew
I'm
has
just kidding.
10 more. If you weren't a chef or doing anything in the culinary world, what would you be?
Astronaut.
In space, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
The
Let's go
original
back to
goal.
that.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that. I don't know. I'll tell you guys my story from, what was that, first grade, preschool something? You know, all the kids are up on stage saying what they want to be.
Yeah.
So my parents are watching, right? And then everybody's saying their thing. And then, like, I want to be a dog.
That's what you said?
So maybe
Your
that
parents so proud.
my dachshund gets so much love. I might just want to be a dog.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're a D-A-double-G.
Or grow a tail.
Yeah, not a D-O,
Grow a tail, I put a collar. I'm cool. I just slide there.
yeah.
Feed me, bark at you.
Yeah. Walk
I don't know. It's something with my hands.
Yeah,
something
something creative.
artsy, something creative.
Yeah.
Probably like if I ever can get to it, I'd really like to write one day. But
I read a
you know,
book.
yeah,
Like,
fiction.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fiction. Ooh.
I mean, I'm sorry,
novel.
Non-fiction. Like a real one.
not
story?
real.
Not real. Yeah, fiction.
Holy crap! Sorry, mom and dad. I wasn't listening. Tiago,
Thinking about being a dog.
yeah, we'll just go back to the dog thing. We don't have to think at all.
I think it's really cool that you did find something where you wrote that you wanted to have a restaurant though. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Bring it all
Yeah.
back.
My name, chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't call him chef.
You should just wrote friend. No.
Yeah. Best friend.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Stoked. Well, thank you for being on here and
No, it's super fun.
congratulations on the award.
Excited to see everything you guys are involved with this year.
Yeah.
We're gonna try.
Yeah.
Keep pushing. Keep
Yeah.
pushing.
Yeah.
So follow
How can people find you?
yeah,
Oh, Nami Kaze, Hawaii.
online.
Instagram?
Okay.
Yeah, Instagram.
Oh, on
He said he's
Instagram.
working on it, you know. So.
Yeah, no, we got
He has a
people.
team, he has a
We got,
team. No, we got-
we got good people. We're working with Amanda Noguchi, Mark's wife,
Yep.
for Umu.
Yep.
They're helping us out for our PR side, and then we have Kohina Media, Kayani out there helping us with our social media. So we're
Nice.
slowly building that.
Okay.
I even have it's so awesome. One of my
Another
guys
shout
in the
out,
restaurant, shout out, BJ. Best photographer. You guys need a photographer. He's growing right now. He's building his thing, but he's taking our pictures of our food and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and of our
So
team.
that's cool because you're creating an
So
opportunity
giving-
there too.
I have a girl in there that she's going to school for psychology, and I tell her like, you need to put me on the couch. I need to sit down.
I need help. Can we just talk?
We just have a little booth in the back. Like if you need somebody to talk to while you're waiting for your
I'll be
food.
your subject. But it's just cool to get to know people, and see where they want to go, and see if I can be a part of that and help.
That's
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yep. Awesome.
Thank
Okay,
you for
so
sharing your story.
Namikaze Hawaii on Instagram, online. How can people book a reservation?
Namikaze.com.
Yep.
Our website, you can book through there. Open Table, but
Okay.
Yelp, I think.
Is it hard to get a spot?
It varies, but it's good to make a reservation.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get busy sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, friend.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Kauai.
Yeah, shout out. Any last minute shout outs?
All right, guys. Thanks for watching Uncut Hawaii. Please continue to follow us, subscribe, like, share, and see you at the next one.
Let's go get lunch now.